am good. Okay. Oh, hi. We're back.
Our
Okay.
pussies.
My cat is not, my pussy is not happy.
Oh my god. Okay. Wally. Okay, that's like the most you're gonna get.
Okay.
Okay.
Welcome back to another episode of TikTok and Mimosas.
Oh my god. Wally.
Pussy power. That was a disaster, ladies. That was a disaster. My good American jeans are all ripped up now.
I think my sweater is too, honestly.
Oh.
And my open palm.
Well, we tried to get our pussies together.
It is the first time.
It is our first time.
Yeah. And it's crazy because they've been fine this whole time. Like, it's been hours and everybody's been fine in their separate corners.
Pretty sure my arm is
You
bleeding.
put them within like, oh.
No!
That was Wally?
No, that's Celine.
It was
Oh my
Celine.
god.
She went full blown
Crazy girl.
She was a crazy cat.
Andy she just hissed and she was fine.
Yeah, she was fine, but I think she was like upset that Wally was crying. So then
Wally's being a little
she went
bitch.
crazy.
That was reactive
Not to like
behavior,
put a
Celine.
damper on anything, but I think if Wally was like a little bit more mellow, it would have been okay.
I mean, that was masculine energy. So
He's
that's all I
like,
can say about
fuck
that.
this. 5 pussies.
Too much masculinity.
Too much
It was toxic
pussy.
masculinity.
Pussy power.
Oh my god.
He had to like, what's it called? Mark his territory.
Yeah, but he doesn't have any balls, so like, how does he do that? True.
True. Yeah, by kissing and
Yeah.
being a little
Fight little bitch.
Yeah.
It's okay, he's still adorable. You can follow him at Wally.
You can still follow him and buy some merch.
Follow him and buy some merch. You're wearing his shirt.
I am. Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, so look at that.
Look
If
at the
you're-
shirt. Dream Big, and it's got a picture of Wally. You can buy it, the Dream Big collection at Wally and Louie on Instagram.
Celine's got a sweater with his face on it too.
She sure does, and she also is on Instagram at Celine the Sphinx.
I'm impressed that you remember that because I didn't even remember what the hell her fucking Instagram was.
Andy's not on Instagram. She's on my Instagram.
She is on your Instagram.
Yeah, I take pictures with her. But
We're all
she's
gonna
not.
probably shouldn't eat this. Probably trying to host a show, but fuck it.
We're also trying to keep up with the amount of booze we have.
We got a lot of booze today. For those who are not aware, we like to record 2 episodes at one time so we can release it weekly. And we just partnered up with an awesome liquor store nearby called the Liquor Fountain.
Yes.
And they're at 5203 Fountain Avenue here in East Hollywood. And they gave us a bunch of booze.
They have an app and they deliver. And the owner is a daddy. So if you're... Wait, is he single? Like, can we...
I don't know.
I don't know.
I can't confirm.
Okay, we'll ask that next time. if he's single, send in your resumes. If he's not, sorry, ladies.
You're lost.
He's a daddy for sure. And he gave us booze. So thank you for giving us booze. It's delicious.
Wait,
today, what's on the booze docket for today?
You need the boost stick it.
Oh shit! Oh, it's too wet. It's too wet. It's too
I mean,
wet.
there's nothing I can do now.
It's
just gonna,
overflowing.
my pussy's just gonna get wet from booze.
So we have
Yes.
Prosecco champagne that literally is overflowing right now on the table. They're going to get
the party started.
Wipe this
Thanks to the
off.
liquor fountain.
Thank you, Liquor Fountain, for getting us all wet.
Yes. In more ways than one.
Lubed up,
Yeah.
Our
And
vocals
now-
are lubed up for sure.
So La Marca Prosecco, that is our drink of the day. For those who are watching our YouTube, I have
Which it should be.
It should be. We're
And
now on
this
YouTube.
Powell and the
And we're gonna add it with this blood orange mimosa
I love blood oranges.
from Powell
It's like
and
a-
Mahoney. It's a craft cocktail mixer.
Yeah.
We're gonna add that together with our champagne and create some kind of nice little
cocktail
mimosa
mixers.
there.
Yes.
Hence the name Dick Talk Mimosas. We're gonna add the mimosa and then talk about the dick in a bit.
It's all about the dick.
It's all about the D.
Yeah.
We have a really special episode today, actually.
We do.
Anna, do you want to go into it a little bit?
So today we're going to be talking about cuffing season because cuffing season is coming
Everything's
up.
sticky, sorry.
That's what she said.
It's so sticky.
We're going to be talking about cuffing season. If you don't know what cuffing season is, let me
educate
What
you.
is it?
Let me educate you.
My Mexican came out. My accent came out.
Oh my god.
Cuffing season is. Hold on. Cuffing
You're literally Googling this.
season meaning. Okay. Cuffing season refers to a period of time where single people begin looking for short-term partnerships to pass the colder months of the year.
Ooh, that's me.
Baby, it's cold.
Oh, and I will say, like,
outside.
little side note. Remember I told you girls that I watched that on Netflix, Holiday.
Yes.
It's all about cuffing season.
Ah.
I
It's all
should
about
watch
it. Yeah.
that.
Yeah. If you are single and you want to cry because you're lonely, then yeah, by all means watch it. It's a good cry though. It's like a good like happy cry. It's like, oh,
Like a cathartic cry.
yeah. So no, like definitely watch it for sure. But that's what cuffing season is. Because
Cuffing
we're going
season is
into it.
dangerous. I've never escaped cuffing season ever. Like the last, I can't even remember, like several years, all of my boyfriends have been the result of cuffing season.
Have they? Oh, so then you
Yes.
made it to the championships.
I mean, not really, because I'm still in the like. What part of cuffing season am I in right now? We're in what?
But no, like.
You want to go over the schedule right now for cuffing season?
So I was Googling what cuffing season meant, and apparently there's a schedule.
Please go over
So-
the schedule with us.
Schedule. So scouting is August, the month of August.
So this is when you're like looking for a potential partner, right?
Cheers.
Cheers, ladies. Cheers.
Yes.
So
Let's see. Hold on.
scouting, and that is August 1st through the 31st.
Ooh,
Ooh.
it's fucking good.
Mm. We just took a first sip of this blood orange mimosa with
Oh
the
fuck
champagne.
yeah!
Oh.
yeah.
Okay.
What brand is that?
Powell,
Powell
and
and-
Mahoney.
Blood
Oh,
orange
hell yeah.
mimosa.
Mm.
That is really good.
Oh, I'm gonna down
And I
it so hard.
believe, if I can remember right, the Instagram is Powell Mahoney Cocktails, I think. But we'll double check by
We'll
the end.
double check that.
We'll link it.
Oh wait, it's like
yeah,
I
that's
wrote
good.
myself notes so we wouldn't have to do that. It is at Powell Mahoney Cocktails.
Powell Mahoney Cocktails
This is
on
fucking
Instagram.
bomb.
I was taking so many notes that I didn't even remember taking notes.
Mm-hmm.
We were so drunk we forgot the notes we wrote for
Yeah.
when we were drunk. Cheers to that.
Hey!
Hey.
Cheers.
Cheers.
my loves.
Yeah.
Back
Go
to
suck some
cuffing
dicks.
season. I would love to suck some more dicks. Let's talk about cuffing season some more.
So scouting is supposed to be in August, which obviously, like, I've missed a fucking deadline.
Well, I was in a
August
fucking
to what?
relationship when
August
it was
first- the
scouting
month of
season.
August.
So
Just the
I
month of
missed
August.
scouting season. I'm kind of bummed.
Yeah.
Damn you, ex.
Drafting. Next. Thank you. Next. Drafting is September.
So I missed drafting too. I was
Yeah.
in the dumping period then. Okay. Moving on. Moving on.
And you're now
No, you
condensing
didn't.
all of these
Yeah,
things?
because I was dumped September 23rd, and that's in the middle of drafting
You were?
season. Yes.
Oh.
So now you're
shoot.
condensing all of those steps into this month.
That's why I have a slut week.
Yeah.
It's because I'm condensing all of my cuffing
Superstar
into a
week.
week.
You're
Yeah.
condensing
I'm-
all of your cock in one week.
I'm auditioning all of the D that I want so that I can choose one to be with for the next several months.
sudden elimination.
or several.
Or it could be,
Yeah.
or it could be years. I mean, I'm open to the possibilities of a long-term relationship.
Yeah. So the tryouts are October.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
You're
so
trying them all out,
Yeah.
girl.
I only had one tryout in October though, and that didn't work out
that's
at
right,
all.
we're in fucking
That was a
November.
shit
Shit.
tryout. That was a shit tryout.
Wait, who?
The the
Just
You're still gonna hear oh,
Oh,
the guy was like,
yeah.
oh no, I'm not looking for that. I'm like,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
Cool,
and then
cool.
he tried
Let's
to
just
like
bone
get
once
with
a year
cat
instead of
cat
on the regular because, I guess giving the best blowjob of your life isn't enough to lock it down.
Yeah,
That's cool.
and then he tried like
Mm.
sending you like a cat meme.
Let's
like,
not
make
try to
up
get
for
your
it.
foot in the door with a cat
Yeah,
meme.
no.
And it was a dumb one too. It wasn't even a good cat meme. It was stupid.
It was a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
Like I love all memes. Like you can get in my V with a meme, but keep it consistent.
consistency is key.
Consistency
Is like fucking
Consistency.
Yeah.
communication. Yeah.
Systems D.
So right now it's November. We're the preseason.
Preseason. What does that entail?
I don't know. I'm just going off the schedule.
The schedule.
Yeah. So right now, I guess we're in the preseason. So okay, so technically, cuffing season is December 1st through
So you've
January
like narrowed
15th.
it down to like your
Yeah.
final 4.
Yeah, like your fantasy 5.
I feel
Yeah.
like I'm kind of in that space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it makes sense because you're in the preseason.
There's a bracket.
where-
There's definitely a bracket going.
Yeah, we're in the preseason right now. Where like I think you kind of like narrow it down to like the, you know, like,
Guys, if you're in this bracket, make sure that you're texting her back within 48 hours or you're
yeah.
You're out of the bracket if you haven't like you have not you're not gonna be notified. You're just out of the bracket.
gone.
Yeah.
You're just gone.
Not only that, not just like, you know, like texting, but it's like maybe like send her flowers. I mean, we're not just talking about like Jen here, but just like in general.
Yeah.
It's like this is where like you make effort. You
Make
make
an
the
effort.
effort.
When it's early, especially.
What do I have to look forward to?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like this is time where you're like sending flowers, making plans, you know, like things.
Surprise me.
Yeah,
or
because-
whoever you're surprising.
For Thanksgiving, do you want her to be grateful for your dick?
Or do
You
you
do.
want me to be grateful that you're not in my life anymore?
Exactly. It's like one or the other.
Thank you next.
Yes.
That's a whole other episode.
coming up next.
Coming up next.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's true. It's like, you know, like, do you, like, at dinner when she's saying grace in front of her entire family, and she's like, thank you for this dick.
Thank you,
Or not.
God.
Thank
for this
you,
dick.
Yeah.
Dick.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's like, do you want her to be able to, like, sit sore and, like, not be able to, like,
I can't
need to
sit because
I
I'm
need
so
to sit
sore.
on a donut pillow.
yeah, exactly.
Gotta
It's
rest
like-
that vagina.
Yeah. It's like, do you want her to, you know, be grateful for that D?
She can't get anyone else's D because you've hit the max capacity.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. So that, yeah.
I'm
that's-
looking for max capacity here.
Yeah, exactly. So that's basically where we're at, the preseason right now.
Preseason.
Yeah.
Noted. What's next?
So then actual cuffing season is December 1st through January 15th.
Oh.
So that's when you do
Like a
like
month and a half.
Yeah.
so that's when you do Christmas and New Year's.
And cuffing season, like,
want to kiss you on New Year's.
it's like you want
Yeah.
someone to spend the holidays with. You want someone to kiss at New Year's. You want someone to spend Valentine's
Because
with.
of my cat.
That's and I, like I said, I've been a victim of not a victim. I mean, not really, because I chose that. But like,
I chose this life.
I don't know what else to say other than like I've had almost all of my boyfriends as of late have been as a result of cuffing season, and we're in it right now. So
We're
it's
deep in it.
it's deep in me, all right.
I want someone to be deep in it.
I know. I want someone to be deep in me on the regular. Like I want to be with just one dude, but it's
Wait, is
also
she
like
doing a catnip thing?
Oh, we're looking at the
playing
cat
with
right now.
the toy through the cage.
Oh,
She got it.
Oh, she's so cute.
Yeah.
We're looking at this adorable
Auntie
hairless
Anna
cat.
got everybody toys, all the kitties.
Andy got everyone.
Oh,
Not
sorry.
sex toys.
Andy
Catnip
got
toys.
everyone toys, and I put Celine's on top of her little playpen. Fucking, I don't know what the hell this thing is.
That's why
Skyscraper
Wally got
cage.
little fish tacos because he's a fatty.
He is.
And Louis, who is not here. But he's a Virgo and probably like fabulous. He got the
Much like
touch.
Auntie
This is
Anna
probably-
the Virgo.
we share the same birthday, the exact
Birthday.
birthday.
Other than a
So-
few years difference, but yes.
Very few.
Are you 3 years old?
Yeah. Very few. So he got the little avocado toast because he's bougie as hell because he's a Virgo. So that's why he got the avocado. Yeah.
Crazy bitch over here got like hot pink flamingo.
The flamingo. Because it just made no sense. So I'm like, let's leave.
Celine.
That's her.
She's sitting in a leopard skin hammock, wearing a camo sweater and a camo collar with a bella in it.
An homage to our
fucking
service members we
badass.
love to honor
Yes.
throughout the
Yes.
year, not just Veterans Month.
Yes.
Veterans Year, which
Veterans
is every year.
Yeah.
We should honor veterans every day.
Every fucking day. Hello, you are one.
I am. I
And you
am
just
a
got your
veteran.
like fancy promotion or whatever.
I
the
did.
one
I
that
just
posted on Instagram. That's
joined
pretty
the
badass.
California State Guard, and I was commissioned a second lieutenant. So,
So,
very
quick
happy
side
about
note.
that.
What does that entail? Like, what is your like job role?
So I'm going to be working as a marketing officer.
Okay.
I'm going to be helping to spread awareness about the California State Guard, what we do for recruiting as well. So people who want to join, for instance, you know, you don't have to go to boot camp. It's for people who either are prior service. So if you got out of the military and you want to continue to serve, it's a reserve component of the military department, California military department. So you can serve, you know, training drills are 1 day a month. And it's usually either via Zoom or in person for a few hours, but it's various roles. I'm going to be working for strategic communications. So for anyone who wants to join the military but doesn't want to go to boot camp, you can join. If you want to wear the uniform and you want to serve, you know, the great state of California, you can do so by joining the California State Guard. So yeah, you can DM us for more information.
DM Jen.
DM me.
Yeah.
GM and DM.
And support
GM.
all your veteran-owned brands.
Yes, we love our veteran-owned brands.
We do. Yes. All of them. The shirt. What's the shirt?
Oh yeah, so there's Office Wook Clothing. It's a
Yes.
female Marine Corps veteran-owned company.
Fucking
We
badass.
love their shirts. And we're also very supportive of PFLOD. It's P
you're wearing
P.FLWD. Perfectly Flawed on Instagram. And it's a
Body Me
Navy
Butter,
veteran-owned company. And then Body Me Beauty is an awesome company that has a line of skincare products, and it's a Navy veteran-owned company.
You know, I know of another one too, actually.
What is it?
Oh.
It's a podcast called Right Face.
Right Face Podcast.
Yeah, Right
Yes.
Face Podcast.
I have another podcast that does not talk about dicks.
Yeah.
If you want to hear all about military creatives,
Military, yeah.
veterans, I interview creative military veterans every other week, and you can check it out on Instagram at Right Face Podcast.
We should do an episode about like what it's like to date a veteran.
Girl, that's a whole epised. That's
No, it's what I'm saying.
That's
Like,
literally
we
a whole
totally-
episode.
All of us are like,
Actually, my boyfriends are veterans. Okay, like.
No, because it takes it like a special person. But not only that, like obviously, like your experience is like different than anyone. You know, it's like dating a nurse or dating like a nanny or whatever. Like, yeah, we definitely should put that down. Write it down.
Noted for the future.
Subscribe, write this down.
Okay, so
Cuffing
back
season.
to cuffing season. So we're in preseason right now. So cuffing season again. It's coming up next month.
Preseason.
The playoffs. This is where like shit goes down.
Oh.
That's January 16th through February 13th.
Oh man.
Yeah. So
Post.
that's the playoffs.
That's the
Oh,
playoffs.
yeah.
That's when you have your
Yeah.
Valentine's date, basically.
Or like trying to like set up for it or going to that because a championship game, quote unquote, is Valentine's Day.
Oh, the championship game.
Yeah.
That's a big one. Now, what was the okay, so preseason. I remember preseason a couple years ago, which is November 1st through the 30th.
Oh, thank you.
I actually met a gentleman. I think it was via Tinder at the time. We ended up dating for a few months, but that was in the heart of cuffing season. And I remember we met like on, I don't know, maybe a week before Thanksgiving. And then on January 1st, like right as the ball was dropping for the new year, he said, "I love you" for the first time. And it was like so romantic, and we had been dating like a month and a half at that point.
Whoa, that's quick.
I know it was quick, but I mean, I'm like, I fall hard and I fall fast. So, you know, I felt it, he felt it.
I'm sure you felt it.
I felt it for sure. I definitely felt it. And we were great until like April or like late April is when we broke up because he just, I mean, I don't know what it was.
Sorry, Jen's drink is so light.
My drink is so light.
Like how
Can you-
drunk are we trying
can you
to get
add
her?
more mimosa?
She's our producer.
I know. I need to get kind of white girl wasted here. Half Puerto Rican girl wasted, to be correct. Yeah,
Do you have an accent?
to be
Is there a
correct.
Puerto Rican accent?
Puerto Rican accent? Do I have? I don't.
Is there one?
I don't know.
In Chicago, there is.
I don't
Oh, what is
speak
it?
Spanish fluently.
Don't ask me like to
No,
do
it's
it.
an accent. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. We're drinking a lot here, ladies and gents.
God. Okay, let's reel it in.
Thank you to the
Reel it in.
63% of our listeners who are male. And,
We're not at 69% yet.
we want to get at 69%.
Wait, what's our percentage? I thought we were getting close.
I don't know. It's like
We
60.
still haven't gotten to
I
250
thought
either.
I thought we were edging.
We're getting
I think after. I think like a lot happened the last week where we're like, you know, like I think maybe after, you know, the election and everything, like things will settle down and people will be like full force listening to
I need more
TikTok.
dicks in my life again.
Yes.
More dicks
Yeah.
and more mimosas.
Yeah.
We're pouring them.
No,
heavily.
again, because there's going to be people that are like not in the playoffs, unfortunately, and I mean, I would like.
You talking
to
about
think
cuffing season playoffs?
that, yeah, no, I'm saying like a lot of our listeners, like I hope that all of them are in the playoffs of some sort, but the people that are not, they're going to be listening to us.
I hope so.
Yes.
And I hope that everyone who is listening is getting some value out of being a fly on the wall of what we think as far as... I'm just really drunk right now. I'm sorry. I don't know what else to
I
say.
apologize.
Amanda, what do you have to say?
Cuffing season.
Cuffing season.
Cuffing season. Okay. What if... Well, I feel like cuffing season is a lot like how quarantine has been, right?
Elaborate, please.
Yes.
Because you're like, I'm under this, like quarantine has been,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like in the past, where people are like, well, I don't want to endure this alone, so let's quarantine together, I guess.
That's true. People don't want to go through the holidays alone. They
Yeah.
want to
Nor
be with
quarantine.
someone, so they're gonna cuff themselves to each other.
I have heard, like I was telling you girls about like that Facebook group that I'm in, like the sex positivity group or whatever, like some women, like they will, throughout this year, they have been on there where they're like, oh yeah, I met this guy and things went really well and we just decided to quarantine together. And one, it's either like super fucking great or I fucking hate his ass, but he doesn't have a place to go, so I have to go with him.
You know, I feel like I had a neighbor actually that went through the same thing where, he was like living by himself in the house, like kitty corner from me. I don't know if this girl always lived with him or not, but I only noticed that she lived there during quarantine. And I got to the point that my other neighbors had to call the police because they were fighting, and it was like
that bad?
bananas, like bananas. My neighbor went over there because they were screaming and fighting, like it was like madness all day. So he went over and knocked on the door, like, "Is everything okay?" And the guy answered the door with no shirt on, with scratch marks bleeding across his chest.
Sounds like kinky sex.
I know, I'm like, I'm kind of turned on.
I'm a little bit into that.
Yes.
And she's like crouched down on the other side of the bed and like acting like she's not okay. And so then he's trying to talk to her directly, like, "Are you okay?" And he keeps going like, "She's okay." He's like, no, "Are you okay?" to her. And she's like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And so then
It's just a lie.
yeah, it just ends up that like they ended up calling the police because it wouldn't stop and it was getting crazy over there, and there's like dishes being thrown and stuff. And the police came and arrested her.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so that happened to me.
What?
Yeah. So when I was very young, I was maybe 22, 23. I was in an abusive relationship. I think I might have brought this up before.
Yes.
Like, I was in an abusive relationship, and this guy, so my boyfriend, if you don't know what I look like, if you don't follow my Instagram, I'm 5'2", 140 pounds of muscle. But I had a boyfriend at the time that was 6'5", 300 pounds.
Wow.
And we were supposed to go to Santa Monica one day, and we had a massive fight. So he started choking me, and I called the cops on him. And so while he was choking me, I was trying to get away because I was obviously gasping for air.
Yeah.
So I started scratching him. So when I let loose, he went into the backyard or whatever, and I called the cops on him. When the cops came, because he had marks, I was arrested and I went to jail.
Oh no.
Yeah, and I paid for it. I was in jail. I had to go before like the what's it called? Not the jury. The person with the judge. There you go. I had to go before a judge. I had to like plead my case. I had to go to classes for domestic violence. I had to pay like a bunch of fees, and I'm like,
And he had no repercussions, right?
No.
Yeah.
no, nothing.
Ugh.
But it was because I left marks on him. So when the cops came, like that was the evidence. Because like even though he was fucking choking me, he left no marks on me.
That's how my ex-boyfriend was too. He was like threatening to like break my ribs.
Yeah.
Because he specifically said it won't leave any marks.
Yeah.
And then it'll just be your word against mine, and I have proof that you're crazy.
Yeah.
And I've also called the police on a homeless man before because I was parallel parked on my street in front of my house, and my car wouldn't start, and I knew my battery was going on my car, and I was like putting off getting a new one. So I quick grabbed my like little jumper box out of my trunk, set it up, restart my car, right? I'm going to put the jumper box back in the back. As I'm going to close the door, the guy comes up, and let me give a backstory. This guy lives on my street. He's there every day. And every day that I park my car and go home or go to my car to go to work in the morning, it was like the standard response was, "Hey, white girl." He would say, "Hey, white girl, you got too much ass for a white girl," or "Hey, white girl, you suck any dick today? You wanna?"
Ew.
And so it became so regular that I just like shrugged it off, like, yeah, whatever, and just kind of ignored him. This one day though that my car wouldn't start, I jumped my car. I'm going to get back in my car, and as I'm closing the door, he puts himself between the car, like my seat and the door, so I can't close the door because he's standing between us. So he's got his hand on the roof, his other hand on top of the door, and he's like, "Hey, you need some help with your car?" I'm like, "No, it's cool. My car's already started. I'm running late for work. Sorry, you got it. Like, I gotta close the door. I gotta go." And I'm trying to be firm, but I'm also trying to not like make any reason for this to be an altercation or for it to like continue conversation. Like, I'm late for work, I gotta go, I'm sorry. And I'm trying to pull the door shut while he's in between the door, and he's like not letting me close the door, right? And I can't just drive off because I'm parallel parked. So it's like I can't just like speed off, So finally he's saying shit, and I don't know. I keep telling him like, "Yo man, like I'm serious, like you gotta let me go. I gotta go to work." And so I finally get the door shut, and then I like lock it immediately, and then I start just getting on my spot, and I drive like one block and stop, and I call the police, and I explain to them like, "Yo, this guy was like in between my car. He's there every day. He harasses me every day. He's actually told my neighbor that he's going to rape her." And she was like in full tears, like horrified. He's like talking about how he's gonna rape her. And so I call the police and report all of this, and they're like, "So did he do anything violent?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Well, I mean, he made me feel physically threatened, and he's not listening to me.
He told me he was going to.
And he's like in between my car. I can't close the door. Like, he made me feel like scared and threatened, and I'm trying to say anything to like say like, yo, like this isn't okay." And they're like, "Unless he does something threatening, there's nothing we can do." And so I literally was like, "I just need to be clear. If he's telling me he's gonna rape me, you can't do anything. But if he does rape me, then you'll come." And they're like, "Well, yeah." And I said, "This isn't okay." And they said, "This is typical of the area that you live in. Maybe you should move away." The police station told me this. So then I literally was like, "I'm going to call the fucking news station and ask them if they think this is okay." And like, of course I didn't call the news station. I was just like, I was late for work, so I had to go, and I just never followed up with it. But like, that's kind of bullshit. Like,
yeah.
I called the police to tell them that this man is talking about fucking raping people and how I should suck his dick and shit, and he's getting in my fucking car with me.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Well, he didn't do anything violent, so we can't do anything."
Yeah. No, I'm sure this will be like another episode, but like quick little side note about what you're saying. Like, there was a time that I told the police about my ex abusing me and hurting me, like not only like physically but like sexually, like basically like having me do things against my own will. But it happened after we broke up. So when I reported it to the police, they're like, "Are you just trying to seek revenge?"
Of course.
Yeah. So yeah, like fuck the police. Sorry, it will be a whole other episode. But
Wow, that's
anyways.
a whole other episode.
yeah,
My God. Well, how should we close out this cuffing season episode? I don't know.
I will say, if you're looking to, I don't know, like cuff yourself, like I honestly would not mind if someone reached out to me and they're like, hey, I just want to cuff you. It's like, all right, cool. Like I'm
You're
fucking
under the
single.
agreement that it's gonna be
Yeah.
like a month and a half of like
Yeah. It's like I don't care. Like I literally don't. Like one of my favorite things for like the winter, it's like when it's cold and you're like cuddling under the blankets.
I love
and
that.
you know,
send
you're
your
just like,
cuffing resumes to DTM.
Oh, I
Yes.
love having a
Yeah.
partner during the
Yeah.
holidays. And
but
cuffing
like this
me.
is like the whole thing. Like I wish people would be like more like forward and honest and just be
Yeah.
like, hey, holidays are coming. I know you're fucking lonely because I listen to your podcast.
Truth.
I'm lonely too. How about we just get through this together? Like, I don't know. Like, I'll be open to it.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I'm definitely open to being cuffed at some point, like
Yes.
very, very soon. But they gotta they gotta lock it down. He has handcuffed as well.
Yes. Yes.
I'm open to that.
Yeah.
Who has handcuffs over there? Like out there?
I don't actually have handcuffs.
Does anyone
What?
have fuzzy
I know.
handcuffs?
Isn't that
I'm
crazy?
shocked.
I have
Out
okay.
of all people.
Yeah,
I'm
no, I
surprised you
have
don't.
like I have versions of cuffs, but I don't have like
Versions?
metal police handcuffs. Is what I'm trying
You
to.
have,
You
like,
could
fuzzy
literally
handcuffs?
Yeah,
make
no,
a
I have like
handcuff out of
Velcro
anything.
cuffs and like those kinds of things.
You
That's
can make
what
a
matters.
handcuff out of like a fucking tie.
Yeah, it's like I have
Get
I
creative.
have rope. I definitely have
I kind of want to be tied up.
Again.
Well, the only other time I've been tied up was by you, Amanda. And that was- it
I've
was-
tied both of you.
It was
up.
awesome. It was just like you wanted practice, and I wanted the experience of being tied up, and it was hot. But I also, at the same time, I want to be tied up by someone who's got those shibari skills and can show me a good time. So send me your shibari
I have,
resumes.
I have a missing link in that whole fantasy. I don't have a dick for you. So.
Oh, you don't have a dick. We can get a strap on. Get a strap on. Yeah, we can think about
I don't
that.
like being tied up.
You don't?
I don't.
Why?
I'm terrified.
Why?
I think it's like the whole restriction of it. So like the only time that I've been tied up, it was at a sex party with my ex. He was present. He was like literally like sitting in front of me, and the guy, the one that was he was like a fucking expert. I forget his name. I do remember that he's from Seattle. He's like an older guy, but that's what he did for a living. Like he was like a professor of like shibari.
He
and
tied
all
up people for a living.
that. Yep, that was his job.
Wow.
Yeah.
I really missed out in life.
No, that was his freaking job. So he tied me up, but like the experience was so beautiful, but even though like it was so nice, I still like what I remember when I was being tied up, and like I remember I was like looking at my ex and I was like just like breathing really hard, and he's like, "You're okay, baby," and I'm like, "This is amazing, but it sucks, but it's great, but I hate it, but it's yeah."
Were you a little wet?
I was, but I was it was more like anxiety, because I feel like it's like the whole, even though I'm like
It's
very
trust.
submissive, even though I'm like very submissive, like that's the one thing that I cannot fucking do. Even with my ex, like he was the person that I trusted with everything, and even with him it was like, oh, you can't tie me up, I'm sorry.
Did he just not have those skills?
No, it wasn't the skills, it was me. I just it's not like I just can't. I can't.
It's like the ultimate let go and trust. Like, yeah, you just have to know that like it's not even like there's an element of it like, okay, is this person going to abuse me or something, right? Like that's one element of trust. But then even farther than that and deeper than that is like, are you gonna pay attention to like if I'm really okay? Because sometimes you don't know if you're okay when you're being tied up.
Yeah.
Like you need to know that this person's educated enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, to know that like, okay, like you don't know that you're losing circulation in your hand right now, but I see that and I'm going to make sure that you're okay. Like it's like so many layers of trust that it's
That's why I felt comfortable being tied up by you, like my first and only time so far, because I knew that you had at least the basic skills to do it and to do it safely. And you were always looking out for like, how are you doing? Are you feeling okay? And it was great. And so I'm open to doing that again at some point. I don't know who it will be with.
No, I'm saying like even with this like guy, like he had a 30-year resume behind his fucking ass, and I was still like, okay, I'll let you do it because you've been doing it for 30 years. But
my brain is saying yes, but everything else is like, I don't know.
And my ex is like right here, and I trust him, and I'm like, I'm doing it, and like I'm hyperventilating the whole time. And like for me, even though the whole experience, because my ex, I think he recorded it was probably like 5 minutes. It felt like 5 hours.
What?
So how did your experience go with that? Did you guys have like a negotiation beforehand? Did you have like a come down afterwards?
No. So this is what I liked about him, and this is what like kind of like made me trust him and like made me like, okay, like I'll go ahead and like let you tie me up. He did a beautiful interview, and like the interview is like very like we went to like a corner and he like talked to me, and like the way he was like talking to me, he's like just like looking me in the eye, and he's like, you know, just like caressing me, like, but very like not pervy, like just very like, I just want you to be relaxed. He's like, the moment you say no or whatever, because you know how like they do those like trick knots where like they pull it and everything's off. He's like, the moment you say no, I pull the strings. And I'm like, okay. And again, it had to do with like my ex being there, and it was like an environment. It was a very a safe environment, but it's so crazy because like sometimes I go on these apps and these guys are like, oh yeah, I want to tie you up. I'm like, fuck no. Like,
or that, or
no.
they all want to like pretend like they know how to do suspension.
Exactly. It's like,
fuck you, you
no.
don't know how to do that.
You don't know how to do shit. It's like, what, you're like 30? No. How much experience have you had? I don't think so. Yeah. But.
So did you have like a come down afterwards, or was it just like a thanks and a hug?
No, it was.
It was
So
full.
like when he like undid me, like we had like a little debriefing, and he was like super like nice and gentle, and again it was like a lot of physical touch, a lot of like reaffirming or whatever. And then like with my ex, like, you know, because I did it with the guy that tied me up first. I did the debriefing with him, and then I did it with my ex, so I feel like safe. But still, like, I just don't like being tied up.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Well,
like,
yeah, you don't have to. Like
I
it.
will do anything.
You'll do anal?
I will do anal, but don't tie me up.
See, I will not do anal, but I will be tied up.
Yeah.
I don't want to do anal ever.
Ever.
Again.
Love it.
Ever again, I should say.
Yeah.
I love it.
Bad experience. I won't go into that now. That's a whole other episode.
So that's gonna be our T-shirt.
It is.
That's a whole other episode.
With that said.
I think we've pretty much gone over cuffing season and tying up season in pretty good detail, right? So are there any, other than
Just hang in there.
saved
people.
rounds, we'd like to thank, we wouldn't be able to do this without our supporters.
Amazing
We have
fucking
a couple of
supporters.
new
We love you so
supporters.
much.
Arthur Kanai,
Oh, Arthur, thank you.
sexy and single ladies.
Sexy and single.
Captain Arthur.
Oh, Captain.
Ooh.
Arthur.Kanai on Instagram. If you'd like to stalk him.
Loves me.
He just needs you to have a job and $1,000 in checking.
And don't be fucking psycho.
Don't be
I will
psycho.
say, I do love Arthur. Like, don't be. I know some of his exes. Last one, questionable. The one before, fucking amazing. Like, just don't be a fucking cunt. Like, you know, like we say, like to guys, like don't be a dick, don't be a cunt.
If you're not gonna be friends with us, then don't even try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We will shut you
We
down.
respect him.
We've deemed ourselves the standard for Arthur, so
Yeah. So if you want to date Arthur, you can DM either him or us directly.
Yeah.
I think it would be better if you DM us.
You should.
though.
Yeah.
We will like to screen
We'll
you.
set you up.
We will
Yes.
screen you
will
because
screen
we
you.
know
We'll
what
screen
he
you.
likes. We know what he likes.
Yeah.
Arthur.Kanai on Instagram. And Ben Crowley, who's also an amazing supporter of ours.
With a 10-incher.
Yeah. I mean,
Ooh.
is it only 10?
I think he's got a 20 inch.
Yeah.
Because
I
he's donating
believe
a
so.
lot of money every month.
Yeah.
20-inch
So thank you for your 20-inch dick. I mean
Ladies,
donation.
Yes.
Ladies, if you're interested,
In a 20
for the real spine breaker.
Yes.
spine breaker.
Yeah.
Love a good
You
spine
want your
breaker.
guts rearranged.
And once again, thank you to our friends over at the Liquor Fountain.
Yes.
We would not be able to do what we do without all the booze you give us.
Yes. We would not be able to be this drunk.
Yes.
The Liquor Fountain, they're at
We
the
need
Liquor
refills.
Fountain on Instagram, 5203 Fountain Avenue. And yeah, so we had a good time tonight.
I mean, if you're just popping into the liquor fountain, you might see me in there. I mean,
You might.
you might see any of us in there, to be honest.
They also do a delivery,
your
so if you
cards
download
right,
the
yeah.
app, you can get your booze delivered.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind.
Mhm.
Okay.
And with that,
Support your local businesses.
support your local
Yeah.
businesses. We're gonna go ahead and close out this episode.
Close your legs, ladies.
Close your legs for now.
Until next time.
Open them up in a week.
Till next time.
We'll be back with another episode of Dick Talk and Mimosas.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Bye.
Suck some dicks.
Meow meow.
Suck all the dicks.
Oh my god.
That was good. That was really good. It's hot.